Alright, I'm nervous, I'm scared, but I'm excited all at the same time. Scared because there's so many things that they can do to screw this up completely. Excited because Tom Hardy's an awesome, amazing, one of my favourite actors currently. There's just so many ways that this can go, and I'm just really kind of scared. Now, I have to explain, Venom is probably my all-time favourite character. Definitely up there as my absolute favourite. He is the anti-hero, more of a villain type character, only because Spider-Man seems to decide that what he does is wrong. What Venom does is he fights against crime, but he's a type of vigilante or superhero, so to speak, that will kill the bad guy. You know, if the bad guy murders somebody, he'll murder the bad guy. Whereas Spider-Man, even though someone has taken somebody else's life, will do the right thing and take him to the police station so he can undergo the corrupt and really crappy justice system that we see throughout the world where murderers get off scot-free. So in a way, Venom is probably the hero that most of us civilians want. Now, I remember when my love for Venom actually began. It was around 1995, where collecting cards was a really big thing back then, and Flair Ultra released these Spider-Man cards, which were just amazing in art. And all those years ago, I don't know how, but I must have been about 8 or 9 years old, and all this time I've managed to keep the cards in plastic pockets, and I'll show you right now what they look like. They look kind of like this. The art is just amazing, and on these cards, you get like a story, a quick background on how the villain or how the hero came across his powers, or where he came from, and stuff like that. It's like reading a mini comic, and it also gets into his connection with Spider-Man, whether it be friend or foe, regardless. It just gets into all that. And Kane is one of my favourite characters as well. That's Kane That's Kane right there. Kane is a super powerful villain. I hope they make him appear in some future movies with Spider-Man. Venom over here in the corner. That's an amazing card there. But yeah, reading the backgrounds and some of the stories behind these trading cards was how I originally got into loving the Spider-Man universe and really getting into the villains. There's so many original villains in the Spider-Man universe, and they're all amazing. They're all so unique and well thought of. There's the female symbiote in the middle there, and that reminds me. So in this movie, I really want to see Carnage and the female symbiote. So Venom isn't the only Venom type character. He's taken over by a symbiote, an alien life form, which allows him to be Venom, which has, he gets this incredible suit from and his superhuman powers. But there's also Carnage, who's in kind of like a red symbiote suit, and then there's the female symbiote as well. I really hope that they make an appearance in this film. If I see Carnage, I'm gonna lose my shit, seriously. I really want to see Carnage in a film. I want to see Kane in a Spider-Man film, but I don't know, for some reason I don't think they'll do that. I'd love it if they did. But let's just keep this on track with Venom. Let's watch this trailer before I just keep rambling on about stuff that I like. Alright, bit nervous. Now this came out several days ago now. I just didn't have time with my schedule to do this any sooner, but I have to do this. I don't care if I'm late. We gotta watch this together. Let's go.
You should be extremely afraid.
Holy shit, already so much stuff going on. I'm excited already now.
Collectively to this moment. It is a moment that so many have dreamed of claiming. History.
Oh, there's the symbiotes there, and there's at least 2. So they're transporting symbiotes. I'm excited. Carnage, goddammit. Give us Carnage.
The guy you work for is an evil person.
I don't work for him. My firm works for him. Are you gonna behave yourself tomorrow?
I told you.
Maybe she'll be the female symbiote.
I'm a reporter. I follow people that do not want to be followed. What about the allegations?
He's got a strange accent.
For tests that end up killing people.
He's got a very strange sounding accent.
You had to learn how to.
Does he sound like a New Yorker?
I'm pretty good at it, but you suck. Whoever you are.
Kind of.
Life Foundation, and I need your help. We found something. We call them symbiotes.
Did she just say symbiotes? They're not symbiotes, sweetheart. If you've seen the animated Spider-Man series, it's either symbiote or symbiotes. Spider-Man calls them symbiotes, and Venom or Eddie Brock calls them symbiotes. Not symbiote. What the hell? Here we go. Awesome.
I'm gonna need Mr. Drake's property back.
Oh! Bit of symbiote action.
Why would we do this?
This came out of his hoodie, did it?
If you're gonna stay, you will only hurt.
It looks like...
people.
Oh, awesome. You get Venom's voice as well, so it's like a split personality type thing. It's like a battle for control of Eddie Brock's body. Symbiote Eddie Brock, who's going to actually be controlling Venom. That's going to be awesome. I like the dual voice. What I'm seeing, though, concerns me because it looks like this origin story, we're not going to see much Venom in it. What, really?
What the hell are you? We
Yes. Oh, man. That really just, that made it. Just that part made it. Awesome. Alright. Definitely some concerns about this one. I'm still excited. I have faith. One thing that I found a bit strange was the symbiote tentacles that are coming out of Eddie Brock's body. Fair enough. You know, you got to see a sort of transition. He's not going to be Venom straight away. Eddie Brock's probably trying to fight off the symbiote. They haven't bonded yet, but his hoodie remains intact. So is it coming out of his hoodie? Is his hoodie the symbiote? No, it's coming from his body. I would have liked to see some rips in the hoodie. That would be realistic. Not just the friggin' tentacles come out and his hoodie just remains intact magically. It's not Harry Potter. Now, my main concern here is there won't be enough Venom. Spider-Man 3 didn't do Venom justice. They wasted the character completely. But I'm not going to get into Spider-Man 3. What we want as fans is more Venom. We don't want to see... Hang on, let me get rid of this. We don't want to see this massive origin story and then all of a sudden you have Venom at the end for 10 minutes. We want Venom after like 30 minutes maximum. Seriously, 30, 40 minutes. I won't give any more than that. If we see Venom after 20 minutes, it'll be even better. But by the looks of this trailer, there's a lot of Eddie Brock transitioning sort of thing. The villain doesn't really look all that great to me. The villain seems very generic to me. He's just this young geek who's, oh, I want the power. I want to control the symbiotes. You know, give us a villain like the one that we saw in Black Panther. Villains that have a reason and a right to do what they're doing. Something unique, not just some sort of stupid, ridiculous strive for power. It's just been done to death. We want something different. When it's done right, we praise you. When it's done wrong, we hammer into you. And this, if that's the main villain, I'm hoping it's not. You know what I'm hoping? Because Venom is more of a villain character himself, he's an anti-hero, and he's not going up against anyone good here because Spider-Man's not in the film. With that's actually been confirmed. If he's going up against this geeky villain who's just trying to strive for power and control of the symbiotes, well, it's going to be quite boring. It's going to be an average at best type flick. But I saw that they had a female imprisoned there in the lab. If she becomes a female symbiote, and if there's Carnage, if there's another prisoner in there who becomes Carnage, and they set loose on the street or escape and they're running rampant through New York and Venom has to battle them, oh man, the movie will be absolutely incredible if they do that. I don't see them doing that, but it would be incredibly intelligent of them if they actually left that part out of the trailer and just surprised us all. I would love that. If that's the main villain, that geeky dude, I think it's going to be quite disappointing. Symbiote. Now, watching the Spider-Man animated series and just through fan interaction, it's either symbiote or symbiote. In the animated series, Spider-Man called it symbiote, you know, fair enough. Eddie Brock, who had a very more heavy New Yorker accent, called them symbiotes. Maybe it's just because of the accent, but either one of those would have been fine, but symbiote, that just sounds strange to me. And I think I did see on Twitter and on social media that fans are hammering into the fact that the word was pronounced that way. And I agree, it sounds so wrong. Unless she gets corrected later in the movie, I don't understand why they chose to pronounce it that way. Other than that, this is just like a snapshot. It's just, you know, us trying to interpret what's actually going to happen. We can't actually see everything from the trailer. If they have Carnage and a female symbiote, it's going to be amazing. If they're like the villains that Venom has to go up against, and this little geeky peasant, like whatever he's there for, I hope he's just sort of an additional character. I don't want to see too much character development with all of these characters we're not going to give a shit about. Let's see more Venom. Let's see some Eddie Brock and just a lot of Venom. And I think that's probably about enough for me. This one really is close to the heart for me, so I just hope that they do it right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you watched this video, I know it's a bit late, but hey, I do everything as soon as I possibly can. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe. Heaps of awesome content here. I do a lot of Diablo 3 stuff, playing Far Cry 5 at the moment, so if you guys want to see more gameplay on Far Cry 5, I'll be happy to do that. And I'm trying to smash through Far Cry 5 as soon as I can, so I can start God of War, baby. If you want to see God of War, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely deliver whatever you guys want to see. If you don't want to subscribe, that's no problem. I don't take anything personally here. Just come back and visit. I'll appreciate that as well.